उत्तरो गोपतिर्गोप्ता ज्ञानगम्यः पुरातनः शरीरभूतभृद्भोक्ता कपीन्द्रो भूरिदक्षिणः उत्तरः गोपतिः गोप्ता ज्ञानगम्यः पुरातनः शरीरभूतभृद्भोक्ता कपीन्द्रः भूरिदक्षिणः Uttaraha means most excellent. One who, it also means one who helps to lift us from the ocean of samsara. Mahavishnu as Varaha Swami lifted the earth from the ocean. Similarly, he lifts us from the problems and the difficulties that we face in this ocean of samsara. We call samsara sagara. Also conveys the meaning one who is greater and nobler than all other deities because he is the supreme power, the supreme consciousness, and all other deities receive their powers, discharge their functions as per the directions of the supreme being. So he is called the greatest of the deities. Adidevaha, Mahadevaha, Deveshaha. These names we are seen in the earlier verses. Rigveda declares he is the most excellent of all. Uttaraha, the Lord of beings and Lord of all divinities, is also the Lord of cattle. He is called Gopatihi. Gopatihi means a shepherd. He played the part of a cowherd in incarnation as Krishna. The term go in Sanskrit has got at least four meanings: the cattle, the earth, the speech, and the Vedas. From these meanings, we can derive the names associated with the Lord. He is Gopati, Lord of the cattle, as this name suggests. He is Bhupati, Lord of the earth. He is also called Mahidharaha, Bhudharaha in this context. He is Vakpatihi, Lord of speech, and he is also the Lord about whom all the Vedas declare as Paramagatihi, Paramagatihi, the ultimate goal. He is the protector of everyone. Gopta. Gopta means protector. He is a protector of all the living creatures. As a matter of fact, he is the protector of the entire universe. Entire universe, which is his creation, is protected, maintained, and sustained only by his grace. But for him, no creature can continue to exist. Thus, his very existence in the living kingdom. Mahavishnu is a protector of all knowledges. Vidyapati, he saved Vedas, he restored Vedas, and the Vedas which were taken away, he brought it back and gave it to the Brahma, the custodian of the Vedas. He is a protector of all the knowledges, Vidyapati, and he can be known only through the same supreme knowledge that is contained in the Vedas. So he is known only through Jnana. So he is called Jnana Gamyaha. He is attainable only by knowledge, only by Jnana, only by subtle perception, which is called Jnana. He cannot be attained either by actions or by progeny or by wealth. Only through pure knowledge. Jnana prasadena. Jnana prasadena we can find him. It's only with that knowledge we'll be able to find him. Here the word knowledge does not mean the ordinary knowledge of things. The experience of truth is gained only on transcending the intellect. The normal knowledge, the knowledge of things, knowledge of the world, knowledge of the material things is possible to obtain from books or from study or from use of the intellect. But he himself is the intellect. The intellect gets his capacity to think only because of him. So the intellect cannot apprehend him. So unless a person is able to transcend the barriers of the mind and the intellect, it will not be able to truly perceive the supreme being who is present in our own beings. Crossing the barriers of non-apprehension is called avidya or maya. Only then a meditator comes to apprehend the reality. The subjective first-hand apprehension is called this subjective first-hand apprehension is called jnana. Only by this true knowledge one can attain the infinite. Hence this term jnana gamya. Since he can be attained only through the ancient Vedas, he is called Puratanaha. Puratanaha, ancient. One who has been in existence even before the concept of time was born. Even the very concept of time arose from the Supreme Being, from this infinite truth. So, truth cannot be measured in terms of time, it is transcending time. He transcends time. The Supreme Being, therefore, is called the Ancient. Ancient means one who has been in existence right from the beginning of the beginning, the very beginning. All the five great elements and the human bodies, animal bodies, bodies of any being are made only from the five elements, Panchabhutas. And ultimately, after the life pass away, the bodies disintegrate and merge back into the five great elements. So all these five great elements arose from him. So he is therefore called Sharira Bhuta Prut. He is the person, he is the supreme being from whom the elements have come. From the elements, the bodies have emerged. So the bodies are nourished. The nourisher of the, not the body, nourisher of the elements of the body is the supreme being. So one who nurses and nourishes the very element from which the bodies are constituted is the supreme being. He is called Sharira Bhuta Prut. The Lord is thus the controller of the five Panchabhutas, namely Bhumi, Vayu, Jalam, Agni, Akasha. These are the five elements. They are called the Mahabhutas, Panchabhutas. After the bodies of being emerge, the Supreme Being resides in those very bodies and enjoys within quotes, enjoys as Jiva. He is called Bhokta. Bhokta means has multiple meanings. Bhokta means one simple meaning is enjoy. He is enjoying. He is enjoying means whatever actions which are done, whatever actions are done by a human being through the five karmendriyas, or whatever pleasure a person gets through the five jnanendriyas, whatever thoughts, whatever intellect, whatever feelings emerge, all this, the sort of a doer, karta, actually the small I, small karta is the jiva. But the Supreme is the one who enables the jiva to function. So, in a way, the Supreme himself is called a bhokta, enjoyer. One more meaning of bhokta is a ruler. He is a protector of the beings. So, The Lord is considered enjoyer in a limited sense, only to denote the experiencer or the ego or the jiva. But in the ultimate analysis, the jiva is also nothing other than the supreme in its final essence. So the supreme is identified as a bhokta. But really speaking, the supreme is unconditioned. Supreme is a karta. He is a non-doer, not doer in the narrow sense in which we are now discussing. The supreme being, who is the lord of the humans, Nara, is also the lord of the kapis, who are called Vanara. Nara, Vanara. The supreme is the lord of everybody. And Mahavishnu, who took manifestation as Rama in a human form, was the lord of the Vanaras. Kapindraha. Kapi means monkey. So Kapindraha actually refers to Lord Rama because he was the lord of the monkeys. He constituted the Vanara Sena, and with this Vanara Sena, he crossed over the ocean, sea, went to Lanka, fought with Ravana, defeated Ravana, killed all the Rakshasas who were fighting on the side of Ravana, and rescued Mother Sita. And the most famous Vanara, all we know, is Lord Hanuman. Kapihi also means the incarnation of Mahavishnu as Varaha, the boar, Varahavatara. Varahamurti is also worshipped as Yagna Varahamurti. He is a presiding deity of the Yagnas, or he is the one who conducted great sacrifices. So during Yagnas or sacrifices, the Supreme gives liberal gifts, liberal, Bhuri Dakshinaha. He gives gifts very, very liberally. Bhuri Dakshinaha, giver of large gifts. One who gives away large gifts, that is Dakshina, as presents at the end of the sacrifices. One more meaning is he is a person who is giving the reward for the yajna. When sacrifice is conducted and the people persons conducting the sacrifice, whatever benefits they are getting it from him. So he is a person who is giving liberally all those benefits, fulfilling all their desires. So that way also he is called Bhuri Dakshinaha. By actions of the body, the mind, and intellect, man performs karma. Actually, yajna in a very narrow sense, talks of a sacrifice where you have a homakunda where oblations are given, etc. But as Bhagavad Gita defines, sacrifice or a true yajna is any activity in which individuals forego their narrow self-interest and contribute their might, contribute their resources for a larger common good. That is a yajna. So when yajna is conducted in this spirit, that means any human activity, any collective activity, any community activity which is done for larger interests of the community is a sacrifice. In all these sacrifices, benefits certainly accrue to the community, and these benefits are coming from the same supreme being, Bhuri Dakshinaha. So, Varaha Murti is associated with Yagnas. He is the one who is giving gifts in a very liberal way called Bhuri Dakshinaha. Yes, we come to the last name in this particular verse. सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति शांति शांति